Ja, de tijd is gekomen om dan toch maar het lichaam te gaan onderzoeken met onze smelling salts.
There he still is,
Wat
looking
gaat
right
ons
through you
dit
with his wide
opleveren?
eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all
Ja, niet zoveel, want dit is nog steeds maar 8%.
The ammonia only makes it worse.
Nee.
The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Hoe gaan we dit doen dan? Als ik blijf overgeven.
Nor does the wind right now. I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder. I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough. I think I've lost my sense of smell.
A white lie.
Not being
Okay.
hungover helps too. That's probably a good idea. Clear our heads. But before we can do that, you need to get your shit together.
Ja.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your...
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then
Oké. You've gained a thought. Get your shit together. Ja, dat is leuk. Maar dat kan ik niet doen omdat ik die 3 andere dingen heb. Die ik ook niet kan vergeten omdat ik geen skill points heb. Kan ik hier nog zeggen, ik wil skill points inleveren? Nee. Dus ik moet ergens een skill point vandaan halen. Goed, ik heb nog genoeg side content. Inside the chimney. The Union Man. Ja. Track down your badge. Ask Kuno if he knows anything. Ah.
Fuck does Kuno care? Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it? Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno. Listen, listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could
Wat een
hook you up
rare
with
jongen.
some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters FALN running down his trouser leg.
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists. Believe it, you need this shit.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness. Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready. They will also make you into an idiot.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around. Except for that up there.
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression could...
Whatever. Kuno was trying to help you, but you're too
Yeah.
fat for fouling anyway. The fuck? A mug in the trash. Is this about the fucking clothes again? Yeah, back
out and take your fat ass with you.
Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed. Fuck does Kuno know?
The lieutenant takes a quick note.
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent.
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can say, look, Kuno doesn't...
Yeah, her.
Oké.
What was she doing in the greenhouse in March anyway? Fish
Goeie
is
vraag.
sometimes used to fertilize the soil a few weeks before planting something. Maybe she... Yes,
dan
it
moeten we naar
seems
vragen.
suspicious. You don't like things...
That's just some shit, roofing...
He's hiding something.
Pig, if Kuno was hiding something...
But it is not hidden, is it, sire? You picked up on it. You should examine the pile of roofing material.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno doesn't...
Oké. De roofing material. Hierachter. Kunnen we nog iets nieuws mee?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material. Eat tonight.
83%.
Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid pallets.
Lekker
Easy
hoor.
on the eyes.
Gooi ik 4.
Rhythmic pattern. Calms your mind. Mammals like this stuff.
Nu kan ik niet verder. Omdat ik met een hoge succeschance toch niet goed heb gegooid. Er is hier ook een dakraam. Misschien kan ik daar vandaan ergens komen.
I can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime just a few... Well, this might be the last snow we get. Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow.
Nitrogen and sulfur mostly.
Sulfur.
And whatever factories and aerostatics exhale too, I guess.
Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see? That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbour gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you.
No, of course not. The kid did this, right? The red-haired rat?
Ja.
Can't say a sentence without... Maybe you shouldn't be. I mean, you do your job?
You've been resting here for quite a while, haven't you?
Yes.
I
Dat is
understand.
moe.
The RCM isn't welcome here, and
There's silence, the smallest of smiles.
that's okay, miss. Do what you have to do. I think we're done here.
Kijk, we hebben iets opgelost. We hebben namelijk opgelost dat zij geen gardener is, maar dat ze ons gewoon in de gaten houdt hier. Kunnen wij boven komen op het balkon? Er komen hier ook steeds meer mensen binnen, zie je dat? Zijn dit de Union mensen?
The worker is in a deep slumber.
Steal the ID. Ja, liever niet, maar ik ga het toch doen.
Your fingers find their way into the shackle,
Yeah.
flicking open its spring-loaded gate. The metal loop holds the plastic ID. The man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it, but you never know. Better be quick. No, he's looking the other way, perhaps purposefully. You find a black paper note with a woman's profile on it. Seems like this woman lived centuries ago. The note,
Geld.
yum, money. Think of all the things you can buy with this. You slip the plastic ID card out of the loop just for the record. You look nothing like the man on the document. The sleeping dock worker has little to say about your actions. He remains silent. The man does not mind.
You've just picked up some magnesium.
Ah,
This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium.
oké. Nu heb ik de dogworker shift card. Waar wij niet op lijken. En verder hebben wij niks nieuws. Maar wat ik ging bekijken was of ik boven kon komen. Er zijn er ook in één keer heel veel mensen. Misschien kunnen we nu nieuwe vragen stellen. Nee. Het dakterras wil ik kijken of ik daar kan komen. Misschien kan ik haar nog wat ondervragen.
The door is closed. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. This door can only be opened with...
Oké. Daar kan ik niet naar binnen. Ik kan nog iets aanklikken in mijn eigen kamer.
The bed is cold and not particularly...
The option to go to sleep becomes available
Oké. En wat is dit voor deur? Daar kunnen we ook niks mee. Hier vandaan kan ik naar waar ik die schoen heb gevonden. Maar ik kan niet op het dak komen. Dus... Ja, dus maar weer naar beneden. Oh, hier is een gedachte. Ik kan niet met die vrouw praten, niet met die man praten. Ja, dan moet ik toch maar verder gaan lopen. Ik bedoel, dit lijkt er niet op dat ik hier meer kan vinden.
An old call box. East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name of the doomed commercial area.
The doomed commercial area. Ja, daar moet ik naar binnen.
You ring the doorbell, but nothing happens. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't silence. No one. Silence. Silence. No one's home. You hear static from the intercom speaker. You can almost hear them breathe.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you...
She sounds almost antique. As if, wait, but what happened to Slipstream SCA? There's no Tricentennial Electrics on the list.
Ja.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
It's you.
She must be mistaking you for someone else. Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with it.
Michelle. Just
Michelle.
please. Why did you even call? I don't understand. Ever since I came to...
A spot of static overrides her words.
It's so nice to be able...
She sounds like she's about to cry. She doesn't answer. Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves. Another seagull passes by.
I don't know what happened either. We should probably stop playing with this thing.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box. You wait for a minute. You ring the doorbell. What an ominous name for a hair salon.
Oh, inderdaad.
Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair. Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different... Alright. Maybe not healthier. There's a light buzz. There's the static again.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from...
It's you.
Wait. Is she...
Ja.
Michelle. Why did you even
Code
call?
lijkt het.
Is this some kind of joke? The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone.
Ever since I came to work here, it's as if my mind's been wiped.
And then it hits you. She tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound old and distant, as if her voice is being played off a wax cylinder. Her sound melts. This is where you hung up the call the last time, but the recording. The phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by. No one replies, but the static grows stronger, like rainfall. Her words are too cold to comprehend.
So... it was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? I don't have time to explain it to you. Don't take this the wrong way, but during our short...
That is true.
We kunnen dus niet naar binnen komen. Behalve die vrouw van
You
de ding.
hear the same waiting room music, but no one picks up the receiver anymore. This button looks new.
This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Ik denk dat ik daar naar binnen wil uiteindelijk. Deze winkel is ook gesloten. Het is ook 9:15 s'avonds. Ik kan hier nog naar beneden. Hier is een winch. Vuilnisbak. Zit op slot.
Hey!
The streets will flow red once more.
Cindy de
A
Skull.
great torrent rushing down route.
The streets will not flow red with anything.
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C. And here I was trying to be polite.
A brush, an artist. The red splatter is urban expressionism. The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms. Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That was on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon is an archipelago. 2 days.
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her.
Dus die vrouw die we
should take
zochten,
the
ja.
lead.
Good idea, piggies. Can't you tell? I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right word. Have you ever tried your hand at graffiti? We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cards. This place, I thought I'd... Yeah? Thanks. I'm sure...
She means the opposite.
I ain't no snitch, pigs.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to...
We weren't put on this... What's your...
En deze vrouw is weinig te melden. Maar we zoeken die vrouw op de boot, daar links. Wat is dit voor deur?
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest and the door rattles against your knuckles. The door rattles again. But this...
Stop banging on the door. I'm not letting any more strangers inside. The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here. No. I already... Go check the backyard door.
Backyard door? There must be another entrance.
Madame, I assure you.
There is no reply.
Er is een backyard door, leren we hier. Nou, laten we hier eens even inspecteren bij de boot. Hier kunnen we weer wat uithalen. Pillen. Recently painted, die boot. Nou, deze vrouw, we hebben een gedachte. Die boot is duurder dan
A striking
ons
woman leans against
vermogen.
the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good evening, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM. I'm glad to see you here.
Like steel, there is strength there.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering.
There's a trace of irony in his voice. It happens quicker than a shooting star.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group. What we do, I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
The Pines' core competency is logistics, and that is the terminal. Another...
The Wild Pines group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Son Baptiste, Elysium, an unknown entity, no.
Why, thank you. I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion. 20 billion is a conglomerate the size of the Wild Pines is like a shark. They started as centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo? We built this district.
There it is.
All the best parts of it.
That was
Before
a them and nu is
Martinez
het
was
we.
swallowed by the a company getaway. For a weekend or a summer holiday. Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets. I believe the official title is Senior Labor...
And how are the talks going?
They're not.
Wait, she just admitted that the lynching and the strike are connected.
Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates. Yes, I believe there is a connection, but that's a subject for later. Oh, so you've met him. Has he beguiled you with his inane theories?
My colleague has his peculiarities.
Of course. Let's say I was...
And when did you...
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes.
But the
3 weeks
strike
ago.
began in...
I wasn't the original negotiator here.
This isn't the first time the union has...
Heavens, no. There have...
Ludicrous even. It's meant.
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before. And who... The scabs? You mean the huddled massive...
Don't let her answer it herself.
If these workers...
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you.
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. Every worker, a member of the board.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
In its defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared to every worker, a member of the board. Fortunately, they explained it. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group. That may well be. It's not up, I'm not sure. And now...
Excuse me, from whom did you hear?
I first heard it from the boyer at the gates.
De boya.
The one whose very name advertises his
Ja,
aversion
gewoon nu
to...
manjana, die hebben
This
wij
checks
ontmoet.
out. No,
Yeah.
wait. The chief negotiator heard it from a man at the gates. Surely the Wild Pines group has more effective channels of...
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. Of course not. Everard is...
If you were to prick him with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No, a rapier.
Oh, heavens, no. We get along just fine. Yeah, he is the most corrupt individual I... Yes. Edgar looks exact as how they circumvent the term limits, you see. The Débardeurs Union was once a organized labor...
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be.
Refreshingly honest, officer. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs you... Thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. I'm glad you asked. There was a woman...
Een
Disappear?
vrouw
Yes.
verdwenen.
On the last day of the local chapter election,
This forewoman, her name?
sadly, the company records do not even give a name. She's just forewoman, in pride downright haunting, if you ask me. The point of the presentation is...
Thank you for your concern.
These things
Will
happen.
be
Of course. How else can I help? Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective? I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
Ja.
I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please. Oh dear. I do believe you, naive as that may sound.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very incomplete.
Of course, I sympathize.
We krijgen wel haar
She's a
informatie.
professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
Ja, maar ja, goed. Ik heb 17%, dat gaat hem niet worden.
She's
Dat
a
gaat hem wel worden.
negotiator. Just float a favor at her.
Lekker hoor.
Insinuate.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors.
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open...
They're profiting from this trade.
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Or, you can recover your badge, though if...
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Wow, you work hard. Oh, yes, you hustle. You're a provider. It's, oh yeah, like a, look at yourself. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way. And a little, it ain't easy. Sure, are you rich?
Nee.
That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave and you're still practically boo-hoo. The system is because of the taxes. Aren't taxes almost non-existent in the Gotham estate? That is Revachol. You and I both. 98% of all your money. What are you, a racist? This guy's appropriating the emerging Boogie Street lingo as part of his sales pitch for the... Yeah, ain't it cool, Ryder? It's clear you like the hard stuff, Bruta. Lower intestine? The term is fascism, Bruta. You're going to keep your vooz, right? Keep your vooz, Bruta. There's a it is one of the...
Hier is met hem
We
praten,
should
zei
think
hij.
about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year. We should take care of that then. Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the streets. This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to... This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all...
Maybe this is all her plan. She might have heard about you.
I wouldn't go that far. Her reaction did come off as sincere to me. I think she's... No. If there is reasonable what I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate. Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the...
The situation might have changed drastically.
You could request a new one.
You're back.
Dat heb ik gedaan. Een nieuwe
What can I help
request
you
heb ik niet
with?
gekregen.
It's quite straightforward. Some
Ingredients for...
meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be... Yes,
Wild Pines...
we're in logistics. Yes, but you...
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
Precisely. Someone needs to...
How convenient that they're stranded.
Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries...
Her
Dat hebben wij
irises are
gezien,
not
ja.
green. Like,
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
uncovering union secrets could also give you an upper hand when dealing with them.
Ja.
How do you think they're financing this strike?
There was a shakedown of local businesses
With all due respect to these desert precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely. The two might.
or not. Though, if you have evidence to...
As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant, once the job is done.
Oké.
No. We asked East Motor Track to... This is a limited... Thousands...
Well, at least...
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawer.
I am sorry for the inconvenience. We did.
We know the...
Well...
Oké, we hebben steeds meer informatie.
Excellent.
Dan gaan we
It may come
praten
to... In the
met...
meantime, let me know if there's any
drivers.
other way I may be of assistance. This... reality...
Yes, reality is an experimental side case.
Ah, yes. The episode.
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well.
We may be here a while then.
All right, we're in.
We're in Martinez, baby. Martinez is a district of You would be excused for not knowing. I'm not a good imbat. As I told
info.
you, it's not really a sea. Yes,
Known to the early rivers.
Caillou. Imagine a pebble. A smooth Revachol, the great Kai, history detective. The nations of the Occident, in the DeLorean century. They say it's, by that I mean, we are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island, able to sustain up to 200 million people, in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue. Oh, we're quite a way off.
A sparkle of lights on the horizon.
22 kilometers
Krijgen wel steeds meer
The water,
XP.
the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There is no recognition, only the immensity.
We are where we are. I have no truer answer to give, unfortunate. Was there something else you wanted to know?
This has been Might I suggest not asking them all right now?
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
That is understandable, but perhaps it's better not to...
Indeed. I'm always at your service.
Very low, very low. Ja, dat schiet niet op.
A bird? A Svenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions? Ah. Or two. A pre-revolutionary tenement. This one
Ik heb
used
er
to
allemaal XP
mostly...
voor, hè, voor deze informatie.
You could be wrong, but from here it...
Wonderful. The girl in the old lady rags looks like a sullen and rebellious member of... Yes, she prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own... Young people who dye their hair funny colours and wear old... All right.
Suddenly, you're not so sure you're part of the supraculture.
And what would that be? Nothing infra about disco, baby. Those days are long behind the new. It involved lots of partying, as you might imagine, and champagne-coloured everything. Maximum brio, officer. It's a neurological well, it's either bariatric surgery or long...
She nods slowly.
What I am not.
There may be a way to get her speaking about herself at some
Deze
later
dingen,
juncture.
dit is 3%.
It remains a mystery what she means. A strange code. It's on the tip of your...
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Why, yes I am. Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around? Yes, we are.
The Caillou.
The neighbouring Ozone and...
Okay, if you want to get technical, I haven't seen it.
Actually, it's for crossing.
Neither is this.
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich. Why what? Stop thinking. Take her down. You're not? Okay then. Just keep on admiring the boat then.
The boat? No. It is called Cordelati. It's a pleasure craft. And my sloop?
I'm enjoying this part of the interview.
Officer, I assure...
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain. Her nonchalance might.
Good.
We gaan niet om geld bieden van deze vrouw.
Of course, detective.
Nou, wat we dan nu te doen hebben is... het is 11:15 's avonds. We moeten gaan kijken of we toch weer de slaapplaats kunnen fixen. Kunnen we die man overtuigen om ons te laten slapen in het hotel? We hebben hier een gedachte. Hier hebben ze die discolampen aangezet.
Can I help you? Yes, have you got it? Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
I understand your predicament as the manager. However, I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment. Good luck trying to use it.
Draconian measures.
All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open. Not until you bring me the money.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
Oh, Lieutenant. We're done here.
Dan moeten we toch weer naar zijn auto, zegt hij. Ik kan ook level up. Maar dat betekent ook dat ik hier bij mijn skills iets kan doen. Wat is dit? Derealization. Volumetric shit compressor. Dat is get your shit together. Dat willen we sowieso doen. Okay, get your shit together willen we sowieso doen. Maar het kost dus een skill point. Om dingen te leren. Maar ook om dingen te vergeten. Hij heeft wel iets in de auto, zegt hij.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transport enclosure? Regular people. The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather.
I confiscated this for a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal. Yes, there's one 100 meters south of here.
Items that can be pawned at Bird's Nest Roy's appear in your inventory under the items tab. You can pawn these items.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
Wat een aardige man. Hij zegt dus dat hier een winkel is. Een pawn shop, waar ik dingen kan verkopen. En hij is gewoon open 's nachts ook nog. We vinden hier heel veel.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback. Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
Oh, that's the headless phone rider. The headless
phone rider.
It's an urban legend. About 50 cents. Bargain price.
He lost his cap when he lost his head. Perhaps he's looking for the head.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky?
Big men on big horse.
Franco-Nigerian knight.
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps.
This is what the loyalists look like, yes.
Which ones?
This set of soldiers.
I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. Maybe.
Oké. Wat is dit voor ding?
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps. The light pole. This would make.
Yes, officer.
His manner is kept.
It was brought.
We are not here to invest. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done.
En wie nog een kledingkast?
Wow. A very large red t-shirt. Oh yeah. The print depicts a muscled man striding toward you. A giant sword in each hand.
Hell yeah, man. I don't usually carry printed tees, but this one, a fan. Most people don't think that the man from Yelm.
Okay.
You sound beside.
It's for the best. His theory isn't exactly. Smells like worn cotton. Worn cotton.
Sniffing is okay. But please don't too red.
That's dirt cheap.
You should.
Daarboven is nog een apparaat.
The boombox is on the shelf. Look, one is special. Just make sure it works before you buy.
Is the Harman Welsh W2. Made in Vespa. If police work means playing tapes, absolutely.
That's odd. Why doesn't he like music?
The stuff I record.
Maybe you should ditch music.
Kost 12, heb ik niet. Ik wil dingen verkopen.
It's not often. What can I do for you? Oh no.
Who are your customers?
All kinds of people. As you can see, I have a what? It keeps me.
He's well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling, feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects.
How would I know?
Drop the subject, you don't want drugs.
I'm not offended, officer. I doubt it, but I can try and I do my best to keep my distance.
He doesn't know anything. The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant.
Yes, these are
No one was defrauded or jumped. Are you sure?
Of course. I meant no offense.
Thank you. Here's the 130 real you need for your bill.
Okay.
Do not waste it.
The rest is for him.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Access your
Anything
pawn
else
menu.
you're thinking of selling?
Empty cassette case. Nee, dat lijkt me niet nodig. Okay. I'd like to sell my clothes.
Another time, perhaps.
Had er in gedachten.
Volumetric shit compressor.
Get your shit together.
Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been.
Inspect the victim's body is weer een optie. Wat dan waarschijnlijk weer misgaat ook. Maar goed, we gaan het meemaken. Wij hebben nu ook geld om onze rekening te betalen.
A couple of indicators. This panel usually closes the water line. Pull the lever all the way up. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. A cold gust of... A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get across the canal. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored?
Ja, Wednesday morning. Hier even de prullenbak kijken. Fingerless gloves. Hier zie ik nog wat geels. Dat betekent spullen. Nou, het is tijd om terug te gaan naar onze kamer. We kunnen de schulden betalen. We kunnen dan ook niet drinken, hopelijk. Dat lijkt me wel raadzaam.
Can I help you? Yes, have you got it? Well? Great, thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance. The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course.
Okay.
Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Another thing. Great. Yes?
Nieuwe gedachten.
So we've been monitoring you internally. And now we know you. Yes. Guess what's yours? No. You're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this. Like, that won't happen.
Rigorous self-critique. Lekker hoor. Die 3 heb ik aanstaan. Ik kan ook nog dit leren. En dan kan ik langs die man daarboven. Waarschijnlijk. Maar dan moet ik eerst weer iets anders kwijtraken. Hier kan ik ook skill points uitgeven. Dat ga ik niet doen op dit moment. Die figurine heb ik. Headless Fallen Rider. Close the waterlock on Wednesday. Find money for rent. Oké. Zolang wij geen gratis plek hebben om te blijven, moeten we die man betalen. Dat is geen probleem, denk ik.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation.
Ja.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment.
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights. I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes.
Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
You mean this?
Yet, were he to quit, he would lose the cool factor.
Yes. It's been a long and well, you were so hungover that you couldn't keep it down but we performed a thorough search of the premises of the crime scene. That's great. It's not my job to evaluate your methodology we weren't able to find the union leader, Everard Clare, much less we tried to interview the Wild Palms rep, but she asked us to do. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation is.
If Kim is emphasizing something this much.
Above all though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice? It's impressive, especially for a man your age. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange. They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Rebel Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule. yes, although indirectly, as officers of the RCM have been known. The RCM's we can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station closely. It prevents confusion and overcrowding. As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in the water park, we don't convict. Be the coalition government, the RCM, or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens be sentimental
or if they think you do.
The Moralist International are the world's largest. They're a union of cent. What do they be?
Those others say.
Interesting question.
Something kind, something almost, something like a dark blue.
A historic figure? The moral intern are a fact. Do you? In fact, we would need them even if you didn't think that way. We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the... Sadly, it is what we already are to the people of Martinez.
The dying light, an aerostat.
They really don't. It's our fault for it. We run this. It's incredibly hard. Human being. Me too.
He is very tired.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
End of the day debrief. Ja, kunnen we weer naar binnen. Nu lekker gaan slapen. See you in the morning. Ja, dat lijkt me goed.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting.
Dan gaan we de eerste dag afsluiten.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you and then sleep.
And then sleep
doesn't come. Maybe it's the bed's fault. Its synthetic filling has separate smells of alcohol and it barely covers your toes. A bit tense in the muscle is a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed something to do with. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you.
We zijn in een droomwereld beland. We gaan hier opslaan. En in de volgende video kijken wat we dan nu kunnen leren. Dus graag weer tot dan.